Chinese government. But in 2020, suddenly Tencent began to face a lot more scrutiny. Quite suddenly, Donald Trump began threatening to ban WeChat and other Chinese apps.
President Trump is making good on his threat to crack down on 2 popular Chinese-owned social media apps. He's signed executive orders banning TikTok and WeChat from operating in the US.
On the grounds that the Chinese Communist Party could use them to steal users' private data, censor anything critical of China, and help spread misinformation. Of course, there were definitely strong political motivations for this attack on Chinese apps and the subsequent executive order to ban them in the US. But even now with the Biden administration, there are continued investigations into these Chinese apps and whether they are a national security risk that should be banned. And thus, as one of China's biggest companies, Tencent was thrust into the international spotlight more than it would like. It may have taken a while, but it seemed people were finally realizing the influence that Tencent, and thus China, actually had. Luckily for Tencent, their strategy of taking minority stakes in international companies gave them a lot of protection. For example, even if the US did want to take action against Tencent, it's not like they would ban Reddit or Discord just because Tencent had invested a lot of money in them. The only risk was governments banning apps Tencent fully owned and created, like WeChat. But as we know, most of their users are in China. So Pony figured this negative media attention in the US wasn't going to cause too much damage to Tencent's empire overall. As long as Tencent was on good terms with the Chinese government, things should work out. He breathed a sigh of relief, realizing maybe things were going to be okay after all. But then, quite suddenly, Pony's worst nightmare became a reality. You see, Tencent has faced a lot of business battles. We've seen them go to war against Chinese companies like Qihoo, big American companies like Microsoft, and even political battles like with the US government. But there is one enemy Ponyma most certainly did not want. One enemy that could genuinely destroy them: the Chinese government.